This is Carmen, and I just wanted to demo this double wedding ring block for you by Quiltsmart. First of all, the double wedding ring traditionally is all about curved piecing. This is a great traditional block, but it has some crazy different shapes that you have to cut out in the curved piecing, so it's usually a real stretchy quilt block and pretty hard to piece. What Quiltsmart does that's different is they print the pattern on this really lightweight iron-on interfacing. And so the process for piecing this block is fun and fast and accurate. The Quiltsmart kit comes with the interfacing to make the double wedding ring quilt, and it also has an acrylic template. So you're going to cut a strip of fabric and then use that template to cut out your wedge and piece those together so you've got your pieced arc. Then you're going to take the pattern and you're going to put it rough to right, meaning the fusible side of the interfacing to the right side of the fabric. So don't iron. That would be really sad. You're going to put rough to right, and then you're going to dial down the stitch length on the sewing machine to between 1.5 and 2.0. And then you're going to sew on this solid line and trim it on this little dashed line. That's a really small seam allowance, and that's why we want to have a tighter stitch length. So you're going to sew it on that solid line, trim it on the dashed. These little tabs out here are just for placement. You're going to use the tube turner. I like to use that fast turn tube turner, and you're going to turn this inside out. So then what you get is a fusible applique in the shape of that double wedding ring arc. And what I love about this is that your edges are turned, and remember, the only thing that is fusible is the interfacing. And so your fabric is not being fused to the background. So then you take your nice background square and you just lay this down right here. See, these little tabs kind of help you know where this is supposed to be. And you lay these down, and then you give that some good steam, and you steam that down so that's going to hold it in place. And then what I like to do, is a little zigzag stitch, and it might show up if we zoom in a little bit, but I use a zigzag and I use invisible thread on the top because I want this to look pieced, and I think it looks pretty pieced. But what I love about the fact that we have created an applique is it gives this some body and there a little bit of a dimension to this block that you would not get very much if it was traditionally pieced. And then you're going to take these nice friendly squares and you're going to sew those into the corner, and then you'll trim that excess away so that this becomes your new corner. And so you are going to sew these nice sturdy blocks together, but what you get is a beautiful double wedding ring out of it. And I've got one more quick thing to show you. Let's say that you don't want to do all that piecing, or the wedding is next month, right? And you don't want to or have time to do all that piecing, or you just find a fabric that you really love. Because that interfacing is printed in the shape of that arc, we're going to put it rough to right on that strip of fabric, sew on the solid line, trim on the dash, and create that arc out of one piece of fabric. And this quilt I'm working on, I'm making out of flannel. I mean, when would you ever think of doing a double wedding ring out of flannel? And it's stable, and it's flat, and it's beautiful, and it's done. That's the best part about it. So thanks for letting me show you that today, and we'll talk to you soon.